Russell Westbrook over the past 6 years has played with 5 different teams, and over this stretch, Russell's production on the court has been steadily declining. I think it's safe to say Russell Westbrook's best days physically on court are over. I still think Westbrook is top 75 in the NBA today, and he has value on the Denver Nuggets now coming into his 17th year. It's pretty safe to say that Westbrook's best days physically are behind him. He simply doesn't have the explosiveness and quick first step anymore to blow clean to the rim and score via a dunk or layup. Now, going into his 17th season, Russell Westbrook doesn't have the same athleticism and quick first step that he had in his prime OKC days, as this season he shot just above 53% from around the basket, which is pretty low compared to the average in the NBA. When looking at the tape, it's clear that Russell Westbrook doesn't have the same vertical leap off the court when dealing with contact or making shots in traffic, which has forced him to become a ground finesse perimeter to pant type scorer. But because Westbrook lacks both the quickness and the ball skills to effectively beat his man on the perimeter, he commonly gets walled off and forces up these difficult floaters and pull-ups, which I think is another reason why his production and efficiency has suffered over the last few years. So overall, I think that's why Russell Westbrook over the past 6 years has gone from an MVP candidate to maybe an above average player off the bench. Having said that, Russell today is still finding a variety of ways to affect the game in a good way now. Despite all the bad things we just went over, I still think Westbrook does his best work attacking the basket when playing. Today, Russell primarily leans on his strength to get buckets and being able to attack the defense with his strength and make drives. That strength also gives Westbrook really good stability in the paint, where he's great at playing physical and initiating contact but still maintaining balance as he is finishing. Westbrook does really good when he's able to pick up some speed with the ball. If Russell's able to pick up a head of steam before he commits to his drive, he still has plenty of strength and athleticism to get past the defense. Russell today still has the tools to be a pretty effective slasher. He obviously doesn't have the same athleticism that he had back in OKC, but he still has the athleticism to attack defenders plus the burst to go to the rim with a head of steam to race up and down the floor. Westbrook trying to continue it because the defense still has to respect Russ as a downhill scorer. He's able to pull a good amount of gravity towards the ball, which then opens up his passing with the ball in the paint. I also think Westbrook has pretty good touch as a passer, and throughout his career he's always been pretty effective at tossing lobs above the rim, which has always been a good delivery for him because of how often he pulls the baseline defense up. So I think Russell today still has plenty of juice as an on-ball scorer and creator. I do think his bad outside shooting and athleticism that is getting worse has put a lid on his overall help on the court, but for Denver, Westbrook can for sure provide a good offensive punch when Jokic is off the floor. Now if Russell's on the court with Jokic, I do think Denver could use him as a cutter. Westbrook may not be the most used player off the ball, but he is good at reading the defense and picking up lobs. Now on to his defense. Westbrook's defense. This is where I think he can have his most consistent impact on the ball. Russell can be a really problematic defender, having the ability to both slide and keep the ball in front, plus the strength to absorb contact and wall off drives. That strength also makes Westbrook pretty switchable, where he's comfortable switching up and down to different mans. Westbrook's engagement off the ball was really good, where he was very active in gaps by both sliding across and providing help to then rotating back out to his man, and that IQ leads to Russell making simple but really effective defensive plays. While Russell Westbrook is no longer an all-star type player, I still think he can provide a ton of stuff on both ends of the court. He's still a pretty good slasher and playmaker with the ball. There's a potential for him to fit really well in Denver's offense. Plus, he's also shown that he can be a reliable defender against a variety of matchups. I do think Westbrook's lack of outside shooting will make him a difficult fit for some of Denver's lineups, but we'll see how things play out down the road. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think of Westbrook's game. This is Hoop Productions, and I will see you later.